Actually, it's a title attributed directly to a living, real human person, along with the image of this star being cast down to earth. The prophet is comparing this being to the planet Venus. You know the devil's name is not Lucifer. We do not know Satan's name from when he was an angel. The name came about because of a misreading of Hebrew scripture in Isaiah, which really had nothing to do with Satan, because he was discussing a king of Babylon, most likely Nebuchadnezzar. Now, the idea of 1/3 of the angels falling from heaven is found in Revelation 12:4. His tail swept down 1/3 of the stars of heaven and cast them to the earth. This passage is often interpreted to mean Satan and 1/3 of the angels were removed from heaven to earth. The confusion between Lucifer and this devil named Satan is one of the oldest religious conspiracies that's still in effect to this very day. Most Christians are simply not educated on the Bible, its history, or the true meanings behind many of the biblical passages and the words that are contained in the book. The facts are, Lucifer is mentioned only once in the Bible. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Not any other time is Lucifer mentioned, nor has that reference been mentioned with Satan or the devil. Hence, any assumptions you may have that Lucifer is Satan or the devil are simply based on heresy. This is the only place where the word Lucifer occurs in the English Bible. Actually, it applied to the king of Babylon. This verse in the book of Isaiah 14:12 has nothing to do with Satan in any way. The only reason why anyone associates this passage in Isaiah with Satan at all is because some early Christian church fathers interpreted it. It's an allegory for the fall of Satan. Now, just a little bit of history, so that we understand how Satan became Lucifer. In 382 AD, Pope Damascus asked the scholar Jerome to make official revisions of the Latin versions used in the Catholic Church. His work would later be called the Latin Vulgate, which is actually a poor translation of the Bible. Here's the problem. He was expected to use the Hebrew text as his basis for the Old Testament, but he used the Greek language Septuagint, produced by Origen from over a century before. The Hebrew word translated as Lucifer in Isaiah 14:12 is Hallel. Origen mistranslated this word as Esophorus, which in the modern Greek is phosphorus. Phosphorus means light bearer or light bringer. So when Jerome saw this, he simply translated it into the most accurate Latin term, Lucifer. Phosphorus and Lucifer mean exactly the same thing, which is light bringer, which makes us confuse Jesus with Satan. Now there's a huge problem here, and most of us haven't really thought about it before. Since most of us don't know Greek, the problem is just that. If you read 2 Peter 1:19, we see the confusion with translation. And also, we have the prophetic word confirmed, which you do well to heed as a light that shines in a dark place until the day dawns and the morning star rises in your hearts. The Greek word for morning star here is phosphorus, which is Lucifer in Latin. So using the Latin word for phosphorus in this verse would have read, until the day dawns and Lucifer rises in your hearts. Can you just imagine? We are waiting for Satan to rise in our hearts. It all comes down to a poor reading of Scripture, combined with very old traditions, and now we have a common misunderstanding. The misinterpretation is so common that many accept it. However, Jesus called the adversary Satan, or the devil, and never referred to him as Lucifer.